Hey everyone, welcome back to Jar's Toy Emporium, and today we have some more exciting news from Funko that's very interesting. So if you guys have been keeping up with Funko recently, you heard they are entering into another world. Now, we talked recently in a video about how Funko makes more than just pops. How they recently started doing sodas within the past couple years. They do the pop pins, they do t-shirts, they do posters. Actually was a big thing there for a little while. They had some really cool blacklight posters that came out, but Funko's actually transitioning into something completely different. Funko just announced that they're actually making a video game. Now, to me, that was a little out there. I did not expect in a million years for Funko to be partaking in a video game, but they actually released a trailer for it here recently, and it looks pretty interesting to say the least. Now, the company that is producing the video games is 1010 Games. Now, they were founded here recently, and they are former developers from TT Games, which actually is pretty well known for the Lego games, which is actually very similar to what we saw in this Funko Fusion video game trailer. Now, while we didn't see a whole lot of gameplay, the little bits of gameplay that we did see actually looked very Lego-esque. You can see a little bit of comedy, taking some scenes from movies that we all love and are very dear to our hearts, make them a little funnier. There's actually a point in the video where you actually can see one of the Funko Pops kind of explode, similar to how a Lego would. When you die in a Lego video game, your kind of pieces all pop apart. It kind of a very similar thing that we saw with the Funko Pops. His head kind of pops off and his body goes in a bunch of different directions. So it looks like it's going to be very Lego-esque in a way. Some of the gameplay that we did see looked very similar to Lego stuff, and while we didn't see any particular missions or stuff, it did look like little things that you would do in Lego games, such as picking up this bomb and carrying it here to blow up this door, or having to stand on this thing or shoot this guy real quick. Really not very combat intensive, kind of just click the shoot button and it kind of auto locks onto him. So like I said, very similar to Lego games, but nonetheless it did look pretty interesting. Now, so far from that trailer that we saw, it looks like it's only going to be Universal properties. We saw stuff like Jurassic Park, we saw some Back to the Future, Shaun of the Dead I believe was in there, so more stuff like that, which does lead the question, are they going to be doing more properties? I know if they did something like some Disney stuff, that would be huge, but as we all know, Disney properties aren't always the easiest to get your hands on. I'd like to see some Nickelodeon stuff potentially. Maybe we could see some Ninja Turtles, that would be really cool, or maybe like a SpongeBob type thing. I think there's a lot of properties they could do, but one of the ones I was most excited for was the Back to the Future. Out of the things that I saw in that trailer, that's really the only one that I'm a big fan of personally. Now, I know a lot of people, big fans of the Shaun of the Dead, they're big fans of the Jurassic Park series. I was never the biggest fan of them. I like watching them, especially Jurassic Park. I do enjoy those movies. But Back to the Future is something that I'm very interested in. I think that, if done well, could be very good. Like I said, we've not gotten a Lego Back to the Future game, and some of these other games, I think we have gotten a Jurassic Park Lego video game, so there's definitely some stuff that might be similar. Like I said, they are the developers of Lego games, this 1010 Games. It's kind of weird that they're 1010 Games and they came from TT Games, so not much originality there, which is kind of what I'm expecting with this Lego game. I don't think it's going to be very original. I think it is going to be very much a Lego video game knockoff, which that's not a terrible thing. If you're a big fan of those games and you like Funko stuff, I mean, they're going to blend together and you might really enjoy that type of thing. I'm interested to see if they do any collector's editions for the video games. Me personally, I'm a huge video game person. I'm a big gamer, so I always like seeing collector's editions of games where they come with like this cool little cloth map like God of War's done, or maybe you saw like the Breath of the Wild where it came with a replica sword for Zelda. I think that would be really cool if they could do a cool collector's edition. Maybe that came with an exclusive pop or just something like that. Now, I'm not sure they will do that, and I'm not really sure how successful this game is going to be. This could be a venture that they're trying and it just doesn't pan out very well. Me personally, I don't know how it's going to do. I really hope, for Funko's sake, I hope it does great. I really do. I do enjoy the Lego games. I have not played one in a very long time, but I do know the times that I have played them, they're always a really fun little, hour long. They're much longer than an hour, but usually you get a good hour out of them before you kind of want to put it up for a while. So I hope it is fun. I do think it has the potential. I think they have some good properties they're working with, or definitely some ones that will grab fans' attention. Like I said, Back to the Future is very interesting to me. So I do think they have a chance to do well, but I just don't know how original it's going to be. And I do feel like it's just going to be Funko-fied Lego game. Like I said, I'm not really sure where this idea came from. Like I said, I hope it does great for Funko's sake, because I'm a big Funko fan. I don't want to see them fail at anything. I just don't know how great the game's going to be. You know, in today's market, I think video games are very competitive, probably more competitive than they've ever been. They're so accessible, whether it be playing on a phone or maybe on a Nintendo Switch or a PlayStation 5, or maybe you're a PC gamer like myself. There's just so many places for people to play. Games have also gotten so expensive. I mean, we look at games nowadays and they come out at $70 a piece, which used to be crazy. It used to be $60. I mean, that $10 price increase can make a big difference at the end of the year when you're trying to decide what games you want to pick up. So I hope they do price it correctly. I know for me personally, that's going to be a big point of if I even play the game. If this game does end up being $40, $50, $60, I probably won't play it, because I just don't know that the quality is going to be there to justify buying that game. Making video games is not easy, and I know they do have a company. I know it's not directly Funko making the game, but it is their license using, you know, some of their licenses that they have. It is going to be using Funko Pops as like the main point of the game. So like I said, it's going to be interesting. It's just going to be something that I hope does well, but I really don't have high expectations for. Like I said, the price point is going to be a big point of purchase for me. I feel like a lot of people are going to be in that same boat. There's no way people that are gamers are going to be going, you know what, I'm going to spend $50, $60 on this game that's never been made before. It's brand new developer, all that stuff. So it'll be interesting to see where they price it at for sure. That's all we have for today. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below of this Funko video game. Like I said, it's called Funko Fusion. Like I said, it has some good ideas behind it. I mean, Lego's a pretty good thing to build off of. Those games are very popular, very successful, but at the end of the day, it still has to be a good game, and it still has to have, you know, good quality. It has to have good gameplay. It's got to run smoothly. So if they can execute on those things and get a good price point, I think it could really find its way into a niche market. I know a lot of Funko collectors like myself are probably going to be interested in trying it out, even if they've been away from gaming for a while, or maybe they're involved in it just as much as I am, where they play almost every single day. I know there will be people that are very interested in trying it, especially in that realm, so maybe they can find their way into a niche market as long as those things are in line. But like I said, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. That's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.